Good afternoon. My name is Paul Church from Clarity Craft here in the UK.
And my name is Louise Gordon from Clarity Crafts in the UK as well.
Welcome to another episode of Clarity Social TV. We was carried away. We was talking about the open days, weren't we?
We were, yeah.
On who's doing what and everything else. And the lovely Jane Telford, who will be in the room with you very shortly. And we was talking about Jane's got a brand new product that she's going to be demonstrating at the open days. Real game changer.
Definitely. So we were excited about that and then forgot it was 2 o'clock.
Yeah. So not just for parchment, it's for parchment, it's for paper craft, it is for everything. So so if you're coming to the open days, then you definitely need to make a beeline for Jane when you come in. Really, really good. So, but yes, we digress.
Yeah.
We were carried away.
Just imagine if Jane's sitting next to me, I'll be like, ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. So say Jane should be there. So hopefully the sound is all nice and clear. I can see we've got some of the other design team members in the room already. Good afternoon, Carol.
Hello.
There we go. There's Jane. Short sleeves. I managed to iron a couple of shirts last night.
It's very nice shirt.
Thank you.
Nice.
It gets very warm in here. We've got the windows open, the fan on.
The fan, yeah.
So hopefully we'll be able to keep nice and cool during this hour. Yeah. Jane says no pressure there.
None at all.
None at all, Jane.
No.
So before we get started, and whilst we're waiting for our friends to join us and pull up a chair, I'm sure many of our friends might be even sitting in the garden watching on their devices.
Yeah, that's the good thing, isn't it?
It is. If you can get the internet in your garden, or if you're out and about. I know I've had people in the past, they've been in coffee shops waiting for friends to arrive and they've been tuning in,
shopping
waiting.
And
Multitaskers.
Multitaskers.
So sound is all good. Thank you, Jane.
Thanks, Jane.
So before we get started, obviously this is 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. This morning, the lovely Louise was in Groovi Tuesday. And if you missed any of those episodes, you can go back and watch via our Clarity Crafts YouTube page, which is nice and easy to do. And you've been working with those lovely Barbara's Japanese tiles, haven't you?
I have, yes. One more week left in them, and then we're going to head on to another project.
Super duper.
Yes. Same plates, I think,
Yeah.
but something completely different to what I've done in the previous project. So something interesting.
Super. And I've heard you this morning saying that you was going to post the details onto Groovi Worldwide today.
Yes, I've done that.
You've done that,
I
okay.
have.
And the reason Louise decided to do that today, even though it's not going to be next week, it will be the week after, is because we're currently running our Pergamano parchment party over on the pergamano.com website.
We are, yes.
Now, if you head over to pergamano.com, which we own, but is a completely separate website, we're currently offering you 30% off the whole website. Now, there are a few restrictions. It'll be some of the stuff that's recently been launched. However, if you spend over £50, you'll get a free pack of A5 parchment, 20 sheets, which we always need more parchment.
Always very handy, yes.
And because it is a separate website, there isn't any club discounts. They don't sort of apply over on the pergamano.com website. This runs until midnight tomorrow evening on Thursday. So we've been running it for the whole of April. And obviously, I can't believe the end of April is tomorrow.
I know. We were just announcing the Pergamano party. It seems like last week or something.
Exactly.
Before we know it, it's over.
Yeah. So this afternoon, Louise has decided she wants to shine a light on a collection of plates from the lovely Tina Cox. Now, if you buy it from the claritycraft.com website, if you're a club member, you'll get your discounts. But what you may find is that if you go to the pergamano.com website, it's cheaper, even after all your club discounts as well. And I'll try and sort of explain the different pricing when we bring the details up on the screen. So how do we order? Okay, so if I bring some details up on the screen, just to give you an example. So this is Tina's Flower Frames Quartet A5 Square Groovi Plate Collection. The item number at the top, 41219. Now, that is the same on the claritycrafts.com website as it is on the pergamano.com website. You can see here we have an £8 saving, bringing the price down to £31.96 if you order on the Clarity Crafts website. Now, if you're a Diamond Club member, that brings it down to £27.17.
Wow.
Okay. However, if you go over to the Pergamano.com website, because it's got that 30% discount, it's actually only £26.57.
Even better.
Even better. So maybe you aren't aware of this collection from Tina Cox, then hopefully Louise will inspire us during this hour, and you may think, oh, you know what, I like the look of these plates.
Yeah. They are really nice plates.
They are. So you can go to the website, claritycrafts.com or pergamano.com. However, if you wish to telephone, you can call 01732 868 215. It's the same telephone number for Clarity and Pergamano. The lovely Sue will be on the end of the phone to take your order, as well as Pete, because the lovely Jazz is currently on holiday.
I know.
So it will be Sue or Jazz on the end of the phone. And just say whether you want to order via the Pergamano website or the Clarity Crafts. But I'm sure they will help you with that anyway. So this is the first collection. We've got some lovely friends in the room. We've turned off the chat so we can bring up all the details. So if we have a look at it a little bit more closely, if I bring up the full screen, you can see here, this is the collection that Louise is going to be concentrating on. Item number 41219, £8 saving, bringing it down to £31.96, as I just mentioned. And Louise will also be using another trio of plates from Tina Cox. Item number 41032. This is Tina's Circle Parchlets Trio A6 Square Groovi Baby Plate set. You have a £3 saving, bringing it down to £16.50. Diamond Club members will pay £14.03. However, over on the Pergamano website, it will be £12.58.
Wow.
So that's like £4 a plate, near enough. Is it just over £4 a plate?
Definitely.
Which is crazy, really, considering
crazy,
they're £6.50 each. So
big saving.
Definitely. So it's definitely worth checking out the Pergamano.com website. So should we have a look at the one other thing I wanted to mention. Come back to the full screen. On the claritycrafts.com website, there's a button when you go to the front page that says Clarity TV. And if you click in there, everything that Louise is going to be sharing with us through the course of this hour, you'll be able to see they'll be available in bundles, individually. We'll bring up details on the side of the screen as Louise is using them. We'll give out prices, but you can always have a look there. Think, oh, I didn't see Louise with that, or oh, what was that Louise used? You can have a look there. There's also the catch up and craft area. And in the catch up and craft area, you can go back and look at all of our Clarity Social TV shows that we've done since October of last year.
Okay. That's a lot.
So there's a lot there. So you can watch there. And if you go to that section, there's also a little button under the video that will link you directly to the products used during that particular show. And then if we do any demos during the course of that hour, there's also a download. Okay. And Louise has got a lovely demo that she's going to share with us on this one.
Yes.
So there we go. So what you can see, you've got the time and the date of the show, what the project's called, what was made, and then all the lovely ingredients.
Yes. So this was originally one of Tina's lovely cards, and I thought it's so beautiful that I thought I'd shine a light on this demo, and we're going to go through this demo because these plates are about 5 years old now, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
So if you're new, you might not have seen these, and I think it's such a shame because they're really beautiful.
I was talking to Louise, and they're right, we need to find something for 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. And Louise said, oh, these are some of my favourites. Can we go for these ones? So I said, okay. If it's you're demoing it.
Yeah. I'm like, what about this demo?
Yeah. So should we have a look at some artwork then?
I would love to.
So what we've done, Louise has very kindly sorted out some artwork. So let's start. All of these plates are available individually as well. So I'm going to hand this over to Louise.
Brilliant.
Louise can take over now. She can do all the cameras and
Ooh, scary.
everything else.
There we go. So this is the first plate. So a very useful plate, really. You've got a lovely border, and then you've got different elements. So this tag's really useful. And this tag's what we're going to be using in the demo. So let's have a look at some.
So the item number for that plate individually is 41180.
Yes. Let's have a look at some lovely artwork. So this one, Glynis. That's really lovely, isn't it?
Zoom in on that. Actually, come in and
lovely white work. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
And that's just using part of the plate, really, isn't it?
I know, just a little bit, and it's not too. You've got a lovely little bit of grid work and some white work. There's no colour, but it looks really beautiful, isn't it? I think it's dark green as well. It's not black, is it?
Dark green card behind it. Yeah.
This is nice. This is Jane, isn't it?
I think it's a Jane.
Yeah. It's got to be Jane. Jane Telford, yeah.
Should we bring them in from the side so you can turn them over before we bring them in?
Good idea.
You can sort of sneaky peek. There we go.
So yeah, lovely one from Jane. That's like, I'm not sure. It's like a black pen, isn't it?
I reckon Jane's used a black micron pen to trace out in a traditional style.
Yes.
Because she's traced it out. So if you compare that,
exactly the same, just with black pen.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really lovely, using the white work to highlight. Really beautiful. This one's Tina. I don't even have to turn this over to see Tina's.
Okay.
That is definitely Tina's. That's quite a large card, isn't it? So, and using the parchlets in the corners, you can really see that that is, you can make little cards, but you can make very large cards, and they're very beautiful.
That'd look lovely in a little coaster, wouldn't it? That's probably around about the same sort of size.
So see, even just that little square there with the colour, and there's a little bit of perga glitter here, which I don't know if you can. Let me just twinkle
like a little snapshot, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's beautiful. Love that, and that's just very monochromatic, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a lovely one now from Josie Davidson.
I like the colours on that one.
Yeah, that's beautiful, isn't it? Monochromatic again. Monochromatic again.
And it's nice because using the coloured parchment, which is also in the Pergamano website sale, that's probably I reckon that could be the purple, or I reckon that's purple.
Yeah, purple parchment. But you could use, I think we've got iris and wisteria.
Yeah, that would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so this is very pretty coming in here. Karen Jackson. That's lovely,
isn't it amazing how different they can look based on the colour application?
This is very spring, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Spring in the card. And this is lovely. Using another one from Karen Jackson, and this is using the Buckingham Palace grid.
Oh, the grid around the outside as that photo corner to hold it in place.
Yeah, so that's really lovely. So no, you wouldn't need to use your brads for that. That was the main aim of doing the grid corners, wasn't it? That you wouldn't need to use the brads. So that's beautiful. I love that. Okay,
so I'm going to swap those over to there.
Sneaky little side.
Sneaky little side swipe.
Side swipe.
Ready?
Yep, coming in. So this is the second plate in the collection.
So this one is the Tina's Butterfly and Floral Frames, item number 41178.
Okay. And then nice one from Karen Jackson. So this is just really just using a bit of white work and some colour. And looks like maybe, I'm not too sure if it's a pico die or not, but it's very good work.
I reckon that's been hand cut.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, from Karen.
Beautiful.
Nice.
And this is from Chris Walker. This is nice because we've got the butterflies have been pico cut, and that's really lovely effect with this plate is that you can cut out the little butterflies' wings inside, and then you've got a little bit of the designer paper sneaking through.
I like that.
It is nice, isn't it?
So there's no colour involved at all there. It's just literally white work and pico cutting.
Yeah.
Because the colour's coming from the background.
Exactly. Using the designer paper to create the colour for you.
Yeah.
And this one is Carol Pankstello. Really lovely.
In the room with us this afternoon as well.
That's very pretty, isn't it?
Love that.
I
love all of them. They're just so beautiful.
It's so hard to to choose just one of your favourites. They're all, and this is Tina. This was another demo that she did back in the day.
Yes, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is very clever because this one is one layer, and Tina loves to work in layers, doesn't she?
Yeah.
But the pink parchment is here, and then cut out here, and then you can put this plain parchment and use that as a little photo corner.
Oh, wow. How delicate.
It is very clever.
Nice.
And last one of this one, Glynis Whitehead.
Lovely. I like that. Oh, there's some pico cutting there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's colour, pico cutting, a bit of white work. There's a sneaky couple of little tools in there as well.
Glynis likes to get her tools in.
She does like her
really,
multi-needle tools, doesn't she, our Glynis? Yeah.
She'll sneak this one in now, so I shall move those out of your way.
Dun, 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 dun,
So
dun.
this one is Tina's Dandelion of Floral Frames, item number 41179.
Perfect for this time of year, isn't it? All the dandelions are out and everything.
They are, aren't
They're
they?
starting to seed some of them as well. So, yeah, perfect for this time, actually. Okay, so first one up is Chris Walker. That's nice, isn't it? On a little tag. It is a tag one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tag one.
That's from the previous collection, that one. So it's this. You got the centerpiece of the flower there.
Yeah, it's the dandelion that comes from this plate. It's very pretty. And then Jane Telford using a little gold in there.
So Jane's taken the centerpiece from this one and then used the frame from the final plate that will be coming up shortly.
Yeah, so mixing and matching.
Yeah.
Always handy. A lovely one from Carol Pankstello.
So Carol just used the frame and then taken another plate from Tina. That's definitely a Tina one in the middle.
Yes.
I can't think. That's the
funky heart or something.
It's the heart and doves or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah. They're lovely there. Very funky. Sheila Bradley.
That's also known as Sheila Gray.
Oh yeah, Sheila Gray now. That's beautiful.
Nice.
Using 2 tags.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, another one from Sheila Gray. Very colourful. I love that. And that's my style.
Yeah, that lovely technique of using the grids in the background
to
emboss the dots.
Yeah, just creating colour without colour.
Nice.
That is beautiful. And then next one is Linda Page. So a lovely bit of our designer.
That's a D paper, that one. Yeah. There's so many different layers on there as well, isn't it?
There's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
That's beautiful. And last one of this one is Josie Davison. So a lovely bit of grid work.
The lovely patterns in the background. Just the embossed dots. That looks so good on camera.
It does, doesn't it? Actually,
that requires a lot of counting, doesn't it?
It does, because you could one dot and it's.
I wonder. I'm going to look on the back. I wonder whether it's using one of. It doesn't say. This may have been prior to Josie designing, because we've got a number of embossed pattern plates from Josie, haven't we? They're like A4 square samplers that give straight and diagonal embossed patterns.
Yes. Yeah, there's 4, isn't
No, I think there's 6. I think there's 3 straight and 3 diagonal.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah,
might be 4. Not sure.
6, I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I meant 6 or 8.
Oh, 6 or 8.
6 or 8.
And last one.
Okay, so this is Tina's symmetrical floral round, item number 41181.
Yeah, this is lovely. Now this is very colourful. Carol Pankstello. I like that. That's nice.
Again, using those embossed dots to add colour without colour.
Yes. This one's nice coming up as well.
We say people probably get fed up with us. This one's nice. This one's nice. This one's nice.
This is Tina Cox.
Wow.
Yeah.
Using some portraits in the corner there. Definitely some of the portraits.
Definitely the portraits
in the corner.
They look slightly Henry, don't they, as well?
Yeah.
This one doesn't say, but it's very lovely. A yellow springtime.
Yeah. And that using our corner punches as well to attach. So they will be in the sale over on the pergamano.com website.
Yeah, another way of connecting parchment to paper, isn't it? It's such a clever idea. Tina Cox again. very sparkly. I don't know if the camera can. Oh, there you go.
There you go. Look at that.
But to the naked eye, this is very sparkly.
Beautiful.
I like that. Really nice. Last one, that's Tina as well. Yes, Tina.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
And you can definitely see all the different layers. So you've got, I mean, you've got your center layer, then you've got this layer, then you've got that one, then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different matting and layering.
Yeah, she loves her. And this is something sorbet, isn't it? The
lemon sorbet.
Lemon sorbet, the designer parchment and the paper to match.
Yes. Check
Lovely.
out pergamano.com. That's all I'm saying. You've got until midnight tomorrow.
Yeah, and all that lovely perga glitter as well.
Okay, right. So where are we going to start?
Okay, so I'll bring in the card actually. Let's bring in the. There we go, overhead. There we are. So this is the card. Very pretty, isn't it? So all of the ingredients are in that sheet, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I'll bring that out of the way. Isn't that pretty?
That's
Just want to
really
take a little
lovely.
moment to look at all the butterflies are pico cut. So this is using a combination of the little parchlets along with the plate that we're going to use today.
Okay.
So first of all, let me see where we start. So to begin with, I've already done it so that we can see where we go. So it starts off with this frame. I've used the frame from the nested scallop A4 extension plate.
Right.
That's the
okay.
one.
Yeah. There we go.
So I thought I will do that ahead of time.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to see me.
And you've
put out
pico cut that, haven't you? Using our pico cut die.
Yes. So that's using the the pico dies I've used.
So pico cut first, and then add the frame in afterwards.
Yes.
Perfect. So the item number for the pico dies and plate is 30698. You have a £5 saving on the claritycrafts.com website. Over on the Pergamano website, it brings it down to £30 and 9 pence. So that is a £12.89 saving. Goodness me.
Big saving. I'm going to bring in my inset because I'm going to bring in the little parchlets. So these are the parchlets.
Yeah.
I think there was 3 of them, wasn't there?
There was the trio.
Yes, those ones. So we're going to just there you go. It's going to be on that side, isn't it?
We had a little block there,
my
Louise.
little brain, yeah. Today it's had a little bit of a. Going to blame the weather.
You've had your Groovi Tuesday.
I have. That was fun. I'm just going to groove guard. There we go. So I'm just going to. So what I'm going to do is the hearts and the circles.
Yeah.
Like I normally do.
Zoom in a little on that bit.
Oh, lovely.
There we go.
I'm just going to do with the number 2 tool. And then everything else I will do with the number 1. Because we're going to put some white work in these.
So we're starting off by taking the flowers from the parchlet first.
Yes.
I mean, if you don't have the parchlets, you could use the design that comes on the plate itself, couldn't you?
Yes. I mean, that is the good thing with the plate is the dandelion itself is beautiful. They're all mixing and matching. That's the brilliant thing about Groovi, isn't it? That you can mix and match. And
because it's all been illustrated and designed by Tina, it's got that same style to it, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. So it's all very funky, isn't it? Funky florals. Tina's very, very good at.
She's very funky, is our Tina.
She's a funky gal. I do love Tina's style.
You like Tina style, you like Linda style, you like Jazzy style, you like everybody's.
That's true. That is true.
You don't really have a I think it's hard to have a favourite, isn't it?
It is very hard to have a favourite. When I'm using them,
That's the latest
That's
favourite.
the latest favourite. And then I go on to someone else. I go, oh yes, no, actually, I really love these. That's the good thing, is that we have such lovely designers, and our Linda and our Tina and our Jazz, they're all different, which is really good, because you have the funky, and then you have the very traditional, delicate, and then you can mix and match and enjoy all of them. There we go. So that's our little thing, little flower,
Allium,
a little
yeah.
allium. That's the one. So also to mix and match, so you could use these little flower leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use them. But in the demo, Tina has used just these leaves here. So I'll just quickly. That's the good thing about mixing and matching, isn't it?
Zoom out a little so it stays in. There we go.
So say, for example, I'll do one there. You can have a play. Doesn't matter.
You could just have the small petal like you're doing now, or you can do
Yeah.
the double.
You could do the double. And I think Tina likes to do a double leaf because she does love to cut in the middle of one layer,
doesn't she?
Yeah. So it's really pretty. And then on the other side, it doesn't stop you from using a little one. I'll do one there. It's a bit of fun. Like so.
Okay.
So then when you turn over, you have the little flower.
Can't see that.
Which you can't see. There we go.
Oh, it's too much black. There we go.
There we go. So, and then scooching in front. This is one Tina did earlier.
Yeah, I'm going to come in a little bit so we can.
So it's not so much black.
There we go.
Okay, so the With Love came from the nested scallop extension plate.
Yeah.
Then we've used the 2 alliums and then the little petals here, and then just one of the butterflies from the border.
So the butterflies come from one of the other plates, doesn't it? That comes from the butterfly and floral frames plate on there. So individually, so the item number for that one, 41176. Have you got that plate to hand?
I have, yes.
So we can see, because I think it's just near enough taken exactly as it comes, isn't it? Or is it a little bit of scooching around?
Tina has done exactly as it comes, because she's gone over the...
Oh, I see. Yes, I can see.
Yeah, over the little frame.
Ah.
So exactly as it's come, and then done it around the little outside frame. So yeah, that's really lovely, isn't it? There we go. So that's that part done.
Yeah.
So then I thought I'd scooch in front and do the tag. So I've completed the tag just as it's come as well. There we go. Apart from the dandelion.
Right. Okay.
So what Tina's done is she's used the same parchlet as before.
The allium.
So it all matches. So the 2 here.
Yeah.
And then if I bring in, I will just quickly do this one to show you. It's the wrong side. There we go. Just bring in my little components, just like so. And then, so just to work around. So maybe, I think like that.
Yeah, you can decide, can't you, exactly where you want it to be. Yeah, what sort of angle.
You've got choices. So let me see, you could even join it into, so the line kind of matches in with the...
Oh, one of the little stems of the flower.
Yeah, one of the little stems kind of There you go. So follow the line in there.
Yeah.
I'll just show you what I mean. Like so. And then, as you can see.
Sometimes when you look at Tina's designs, you don't really realise how much detail is in there. I mean, like this lovely allium from the trio of parchlets. They're little hearts, aren't they?
They are. I do love this plate. I use this a lot in my little cars. I love every plate. I can't help it. But yes, I do love every plate. Every plate is my favourite.
At the current moment in time.
At the current moment in time, yeah. I think you forget how amazing some of the designs really are, and then you use them again and go, oh my gosh, I remembered just how great this plate really is. I do anyway.
And I think also sometimes some of the essentials that we often take for granted, and we use them on a regular basis, but forget that we use them.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of our designs already come with frames around them, but Louise was talking about the, let me just bring those details up there. This lovely nested scallop. Did I do a full screen of that one? No, didn't. But this is lovely. Have you got that plate there, Louise, just so we can have a look at it on the overhead? Because this is really beautiful. I like this one.
I do, yeah. I use this a lot.
So if we come out a little bit, if we turn it so we can read the words. So you've got a lovely alphabet on there. You've got the frame, which is Jane Nesterenko frame, which you'll also find on the nested square extension.
Yeah, we had it larger at first, didn't we? And then we did it smaller. There's a smaller one.
There is, that's right. Yeah. So you've got a lovely funky alphabet on there as well.
I love the font of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very Jane, this is.
Yeah.
And you've got your double lines, you've got your scallops, you've got your little dots. And sometimes it can be that little finishing touch that can make a difference to your artwork, doesn't it?
It can, yes. And I use nested scallop squares and circles as well. So if I'm doing a larger card, it all ties in. I'm doing a larger card with some small scallops inside, and then using this large one as well.
Yeah. No, so I'd say I think sometimes we forget some of the essentials.
We do, yes. And that is for me, this is one of the essentials that I use very similar, because this frame here, the smaller scallop is one that I use quite regularly.
Yeah.
In my work. Okay, so where were we? Which one am I? Yeah, this one.
There you go. So that's it all traced out.
Yes. So that is the tag all traced out. I'm sure there was another.
It's too much because we're working on small pieces of parchment.
I know.
It just creates a little bit of a glare.
Yeah. So that is that one. So yeah. So once it's done,
I'm just going to zoom out a little bit manually. Just bear with. There we go. Bear with it. Or just there we go.
There we are. Yes. So this is just with the little allium. So that looks really nice, doesn't it? So I thought what I'll do now is I'll do a little bit of white work. So I'm just going to flip this over and hopefully it doesn't have a moment. There we go. So with the larger ones, I'm going to use the number 3.
From the starter kit, the ball
From
tools.
The starter kit, yeah. So I use these 3 regularly too, because I think sometimes the smaller embossing tools are very useful as well.
I'm going to zoom in on this one.
Excellent. So again, with any kind of circle, I always go up and down and side to side first, and this stops them from having a little donut in the middle.
Don't start talking about food, Louise. You know our friends don't like that. Everyone seems to be on a diet coming up to the summer.
I always get told off for talking about donuts. Talking about ice creams this morning.
I know.
The ice cream van, £4. £4 for an ice cream from the ice cream van with the flake. Can you believe it?
No longer a 99.
I know. Always used to be a 99.
Excuse me. I used to like the oysters.
Oysters?
Oysters. It's like a clamshell of wafer.
Oh.
And it was scalloped like an oyster shell on the outside, both sides, and it'd open up like an oyster shell, and then you'd fill it with ice cream.
Oh, nice. I thought for a minute your taste is expensive.
No, we're still talking ice cream.
So I thought I'd just do a little bit of white work on this, Alan.
I think these plates are, it doesn't matter what level of parching you're at. I think these, because of the way in which Tina designs them, they're suitable for whether you're just starting out, whether you've been doing it for many a year. There's so many different little bits that you can practice and hone your skills on, isn't there?
There are, yes. Tina's plates are really great for that. You can do a little bit of colour, and the designs are so lovely that you can get away with just a little bit of colour or a little bit of pico cutting. And even the design, if you have a look at the plates themselves, just even if you put this one on a card, on a square bit of card, and did a little bit of colour, that would look absolutely beautiful just as it is.
Or just on some lovely designer parchment.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about
and let
colour.
the colour do it for itself.
Yeah. So the designer parchment will also have 30% off over on the pergamano.com website. I wonder how much that, because that's normally $24.99. Let me have a look on the.
I mean, it is worth getting those sort of things now rather than in 2 days' time when you're going back to full price.
Absolutely. Let's have a look. I'm going on using my phone. Designer parchment. Well, that's paper. Hang on. Parchment and paper. Designer parchment. Wow. Okay. So normally a pack of our designer parchment, which is $24.98, with the 30% sale, brings it down to £17.49. Wow. So that's a £7.50 saving thereabouts. And it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. That the parchment is nice, and everybody has their favourites, don't they? Like with their colour scheme. Depends what colours you like.
Toscana, Indian summer, nice and fresh and fruity.
Yeah.
And then you've got Northern Lights, Shenandoah, Rainbow River.
Too many to choose. That's all so nice. Okay, so I've done a little bit of white work there.
Yeah.
So Tina would have created the white work on those two flowers.
Okay.
Which, ta-da!
There we go.
Complete with Tina practice piece.
Yeah. Because these are all pieces that Tina would have staged when she demonstrated these originally, wouldn't they? So it's been a great help, for Louise. Excuse me. Because obviously, if you're fairly new to Groovi, how long have you been with us now, Louise? It feels like forever.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Mid-Feb now.
Mid-Feb.
Yeah, so 2 months. 2.5 months.
Feb. No? Yeah. So I mean, it's made such a big difference because you now sort of do Groovi Tuesday.
I do,
which frees me up to do some more sort of stuff in the background. We do our 2:00 shows. We've done our very first 1, 2, 3 online course.
I know, that was good.
That was a big learning curve for both of us.
Yes.
Because we did the pre-records and everyone. And that's still available, 60220. So even though we've completed that course, you can still go and buy it and go back and watch, because there's pre-records, there's the recordings of the lives as well. So you've been doing that, and that takes a lot of work.
It does.
Doing that as well. So to have pieces like this, I mean, we've got a massive amount of demos that have been done by Tina Cox, Linda Williams, Jane Telford, Josie Davison, Glynis Whitehead, that have helped me over the years prepping for the various TV shows.
Yes.
And because when we used to do proper TV, so to speak, up in Oundle before they all disappeared, there was never really the time to really enjoy and indulge.
No.
So now, because Louise is so involved in sort of preparing the next 1, 2, 3 course coming up, it was great that you could just pick this up and then just dissect it and then go to the stages that Tina's kindly created.
Definitely, yeah, it's very helpful because it's not just the one piece that you have to create.
It's sort of,
yeah,
as
you have
Louise
to
has recently
go
found
over
out.
it. Yeah, you have to do 5 or different stages just to make it flow better for everybody to watch at home. Otherwise, the time you've done all the line art in the show,
It shows
done.
over. Exactly.
So I thought I would do a little bit of colour.
Okay.
Colour now. Colour. So I'm using...
What have you got your pencils in there, Louise?
Oh, my tool caddy.
We can't see your tool caddy.
Hold on.
You need to...
It's got wings because it's got the Groovi tabs attached.
Okay, so look, so Louise has got her tool holder, and it's the tools that she's using for this. It's like Barb called it. It's like a project station.
Yes.
So
and it really does help.
Yeah.
It does, because my Groovi tools go in there. The perga liners fit in there. So whenever I'm using my perga liners, they fit in there.
Perfect.
My little blending nib.
You got your scissors.
Even my squizzers go in there.
So let's bring some details up on the screen for those. I'm going to bring up a full screen on this one. So you've got the tool holder for Clarity stamp pens and Pergamano tools, item number 31797. Now this was only launched a couple of weeks ago and it's gone absolutely mad. Barbara and Dave over the bank holiday weekend, Barb was making the tool holders and Dave was making the stamp pens. I mean, that's real sort of teamwork there. And then after the bank holiday, Barb came in with this massive box, and there was like 150, 200 tool holders, all assembled over that bank holiday weekend, as well as doing other stuff as well. And so they're slowly, because obviously once they come in, we have to then wrap them in tissue paper. We put them in a box, then we've got the lovely wrap around them, and then obviously we add them into your orders. So thank you for bearing with us on that, but because I think it was just blown away.
Yeah, they're still coming through as well. Stamp pens, the tool caddies.
Stamp pens was Mr. Dave's idea.
Yeah.
Tool holder, Mr. Dave's idea.
They are ingenious.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Game changer, really, because the amount of times that
you can't find anything.
Like, where's that thing? They're all here, and it's so nice just to be able to pick it out like that.
So the pencils, okay.
Okay, so I'm using my two. Well, actually, it's not my decision. It's Tina's decision. She decided it for me. My 2 favourite colours.
Louise said that her 2 favourite colours are the pinks and purples, wasn't it?
Yes.
And since she's joined Clarity, she's trying to venture outside the box. And I reckon
Tina made me do it.
I reckon she chose this one because it's pinks and purples.
Although the other one's pink as well. So.
It is.
Okay, so let me go on to, here we are. Oh. So Tina, I think, used a little bit of Dorso crowns. You can use Dorso crowns as well as if you would like to. But I'm just going to scribble some colour on here now. And the good thing is about the Dorso oil is you really do not have to be careful. And the good thing is you can just play with this. So for example, Tina with hers, she put a little bit of purple behind the allium. There's a little bit down here. So you can do it wherever you like, really. I'm going to do pink there. And a little bit of pink at the bottom.
And this is all done on the back, isn't it?
It is, yes.
So that's why you're not worried about going over all the white line art.
No, exactly. I'm just having fun.
Scribbly time.
Scribbly fun. It's a good thing about this is it's good fun.
It's got that time of day where it's got really warm in here all of a sudden.
It has. It has got warm.
I think it's
and this is why
too much.
This is why my Louise brains come in now. There we are. So now I've just done put a little bit of Dorso oil on the sponge.
Okay.
Just having a moment. There we go. So, and I've got my blending pen with my nib ready to go. I'm just going to come in with my blending pen and just going to mix in the pink and watch the magic happen. And it really, you can see when you put the dorso oil with it, it really creates a lovely vibrant colour, doesn't it? Really pretty. So I'm just mixing all the pink together first.
It's like watching magic happen, isn't it?
I know. You're watching the camera, aren't you? Sometimes it's easier to watch the camera than it is to rely on the naked eye, isn't it? It's just so...
Did you get your glasses yet?
I have.
Oh, they're your new ones?
These are my new ones.
How observant am I?
I know.
Not.
Well, they look exactly the same.
Is it the same lens frames?
The same sort of frame, yeah, they're just a bit more black.
Right.
The other ones were like a purpley colour.
Maybe I need to go to the Specsavers.
I didn't go to Specsavers.
Other opticians are available.
Yeah.
I do need to go, actually. I think Barb said she needs to go as well. Maybe we should have a clarity outing
to
the opticians.
Yes, go to the opticians.
I wonder if we get discount.
Are we allowed to mention opticians?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I went to Vision Express, and the whole reason I went to Vision Express was because you can pay monthly. You have a monthly plan.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which is really helpful because it can be such a layout.
Yeah, they're not cheap, are they?
No, and I thought £300 whack for just a pair of glasses, and I got two, and it cost just over £20 for the two for 2 years. So then it frees up my money to spend on crafting stuff.
Over on Pergamano.
Over on Pergamano.
Obviously, we're not suggesting that you do that. Obviously, you need to spend according to your budget.
Well, yeah, that is true. Which is why I didn't spend all that money on glasses. I spent it on, spend it. There we go.
Put something white behind there so we can see that. Yep, the cream.
Without the mathematics on the background. There we go. Oh, it will come into focus.
There we go.
Yeah.
So you've got a nice little soft blend of colours on there, haven't you?
Yes. Nice soft blend.
Okay.
There we go. So when you've done that,
yeah,
you can then go in with your Perga colours. And I don't think it matters so much if, I mean, obviously, originally you'd like it to dry first.
Yeah.
But then you could go in with your green. So
the Perga colour pens, item number 70060, £29.99. Over on the Pergamano.com website, they're £20.99, which is mad.
I know, and that is a really good price. And the good thing is with these Perga colours is you've got two ends. So this is really good for getting into those fine details here. You see? And then with the larger details, you can go in with that end.
So you wasn't worried about going on top of the pencils?
No. You can go over there, and then if you turn it over, it doesn't stop the vibrancy of the Perga colours.
No, it doesn't, does it?
By going over the pencil.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's always a good tip, is to, you can put the, and then that means that you don't have to, with your dorso, you don't have to worry about
staying away from
the leaf. Yeah. So jumping ahead to Tina's.
Yeah.
What Tina has done, if I got my Pico foam, I'll bring in the Pico foam here. So we've cut, there's no Pico cutting around the tag. But I thought I'd do a little bit of picot cutting
What's
here.
going on with this
Oh.
camera? Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
There we go. It's not. Yeah, I think it's.
Oh, is it
It's because it's a
my
small
hand?
piece of parchment. I wonder. Have we got a spare piece of parchment, Lou? Just an A5 piece, or I'm just wondering if you slide that underneath. There we go.
There we are.
Because it's. We
Having a
don't tend
moment.
to work on small pieces, do we?
No, this is a very small
Um,
piece, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to come in with my 2 needle.
Yeah.
Could be a 2 needle final, 2 needle bold. I'm using a 2 needle bold.
Okay, so these are normally $9.99 on. Well, they're not normally. They are $9.99 over on the Pergamano website. That would bring them down. I think it's about £6.64. I think it brings it down to.
Okay. So you have choices with this tag because Tina's got this lovely little design at the end. You can choose whether you'd like to picot cut around that or picot cut just around the scallop.
Of course,
So I thought, seeing as Tina in her card has done it,
she's
with it
picot cut
included,
everywhere, hasn't she?
Yes, I thought I'd do it just around the scallop.
Okay.
But I thought I'd just do in the leaf first
Yeah.
to show you how you can.
Should we try on the side camera, do you reckon?
Yeah, maybe this side.
There we go.
And then I can use my hold it down. Can we still see? Yes.
Yep.
Excellent.
You're getting good at this camera stuff, Lou.
I know. It's all those Groovi Tuesdays.
This is where it goes quiet because of the concentration.
Yeah. Exactly.
I bet it's not very quiet in the chat.
No, we can't see the chat now.
No.
So, but it's yeah, it'd be interesting. See how. Yeah, we can see that, can't we? So what I'm going to do is, because we've already cut out this little bit, I'm going off of the page.
Right, okay.
And then coming in. I mean, I know I've spent quite a bit of time on the tag, but with the larger piece, it's just a question of colouring and then picot cutting all of those butterflies out.
Which is, as you said, it's optional, isn't it? Depends what
you
how
can
far
colour,
you want on your Groovi bus journey.
or you can do white work. They would look really lovely with just white work. Well,
And we saw some beautiful artwork, didn't we, from the design team?
Yes. And by the time you've done all of those butterflies, you'll be a pro at white work. There we go. So I've we go to number 2. So I've perforated all around there.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna. I thought I'd just come in with a little bit of my. Oh yeah, they're in my tool caddy.
I'm thinking, where have I put my scissors?
Because they're not usually
in the tool caddy workstation.
Yeah. I thought, oh, they're not normally there. Why are they there? It's because I've only just got the tool caddy.
On that one, because it's that camera again. There we go. It's the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Louise, for this particular hour, because it is an hour and it's shining a light on designs from Tina, Louise is trying to show as much as possible during the course of this hour.
Yes.
And a lot of this is covered not only in the 1, 2, 3 foundation course that Louise did, because it was in 3 modules. Module 1 was white work, module 2 was colouring, and module 3 was perforating and picot cutting. And as I said, that is still available, even though the course has come to an end. Once you purchase that course, you've then got the keys to the classroom for a long time. And you can go back, you can have, there's a chat room in there as well that Louise monitors. So even though it's finished, it's still quite active. But also on Groovi Tuesday, Louise covers a lot of this in a lot more detail. So if you're thinking, how do you do the picot cutting? Definitely go back and have a look at some of the Groovi Tuesday episodes, which are all available on our Clarity Crafts YouTube page.
There we go. So the tag is completed.
Yeah.
Go out a little bit more. Oh,
Oh,
hello.
wrong button. You pressed number 4, which wasn't programmed.
Oh, sorry. So I was thinking I was doing so well. There we go. So here is the tag that we've completed. So I'm just going to pico cut in there as well. But yeah, we could do some green around there and then the green in the petals. But so what Tina's created is she's, like we were saying, we could pico cut in these wings.
Yeah.
But then we could also do some lovely white work or some colour. So it's optional. You've got choices.
It really is, isn't it? Depending on, I mean, I think as a layout of the cards, I mean, you can take the plate exactly how it comes and trace it out. But as we've mentioned earlier, Tina did or does love layers.
Yes.
And so this is perfect. It really showcases, because if I bring the plate in itself, we'll just lay that over the top.
Yes.
You can see we've just got that one tag, and in a way this has been replaced with using those little parchlets, hasn't it?
Yes, because you, for example, you could not put this little section in, have the tag, but put your sentiments in there. So you have the layout, so a border, then you have a lovely little bit of floral.
Yeah.
And then in your tag, you could write a message.
But wouldn't we need some messages to go into our little tags, Louise?
We would.
We would, wouldn't we?
We would.
And I think maybe on Friday, we may have just the things for our friends at home.
We do, yes. And that would look perfect in that, actually.
It really would. On Friday, we have a brand new launch of a fantastic A4 Groovi plate, the occasion sentiments.
Yes.
Taken from a collection of stamps that we already have available. So you've got like happy birthday, happy anniversary,
thank you, get well soon.
Get well soon. There's six different sentiments, isn't there?
Yes.
And originally we thought we were making on little baby plates because it's more bite size and stuff like that. And Bob said, you know what, it would make perfect sense because it covers the majority of the different sentiments to have it on one plate. And it also therefore gives you value for money.
It does, yes.
So we've got that on Friday together with an A5 square of panels.
Yes, they're nice.
And Louise is going to show us how to extend the panels, shorten the panels, do different things with the panels. But a sentiment would look beautiful on here. And it's great because that sentiment collection has like happy birthday in various different fonts, doesn't it?
It does, yes. And there's some really nice different fonts. So you've got the lovely script font, then you've got the lovely print font. So there's for every occasion and for every kind of
and also you can mix it. And they've not only just got the sentiments, but they've also got the additional words, haven't they?
Yes, so they've got some, for example, get well soon, but then they've got some nice like sentiments underneath that are a little bit more descriptive. Yes,
rather than just happy birthday, happy birthday.
Yeah, there's some, I can't think of them now, but it's that afternoon and it's warm, isn't it?
But I think
they're really nice.
That is, isn't it? So that's something to look forward to on Thursday, because I can't believe the hours already come to the end already.
Blimey.
So you've got that download on the catch up and craft section of the website. Just to remind you, you've got the pergamano.com 30% sale ending at midnight tomorrow. 30th Wednesday tomorrow. Wednesday.
Midnight tomorrow.
Lost track of the day. Midnight tomorrow as well. Barb's back in the shack on Thursday evening with the letter W. And that was quite interesting on Monday watching the episode, because you don't realize, unless you concentrate on a specific letter. I didn't realize how many words. I know it sounds really, it's going to sound, how many words begin with the letter W. But in general conversation, you don't realize it until you've highlighted it.
Until you start thinking of all of the different words that you can.
Like words beginning with W.
Good little brain teaser, isn't it, really?
Begin with W.
Words.
Words.
Just like that.
Just like that.
That's one for you.
So that's Thursday evening at 7 o'clock in the shack with Barb. Then as I said, Louisa and I will be back on Friday at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock with a brand new release.
Yep.
Then on Sunday, oh my goodness, the first Sunday of the month, and what a Sunday it is going to be. There is a fantastic, because it's bank holiday weekend as well.
Yes.
And the weather is meant to be nice, but it's bank holiday, so we know that that can all change. Barb's got a collection of beautiful set of 3 brand new dies.
Ooh.
I think they're a real game changer on this. Yeah, we've got those, and I'm so excited. And 2 brand new stamp sets.
Ooh.
Okay. So so that is on Sunday. I mean, Barb's been doing the first Sunday of the month for over 18 years.
Wow.
And we're still going strong. So that's on Sunday at 3 till 5. So we hope you can join us then. But yeah, brand new, and what a way to kickstart May.
Yeah.
Marvelous May. I think
Marvelous May.
we had
Ooh.
awesome and amazing April. So I think we could have marvelous May.
Marvelous
What
May
else can we
sounds
have
good.
for May, beginning with M? Answers on a postcard.
Yeah. It's lovely and warm, and I'm just thinking.
Melting May. It could be a melting May if the heat wave.
Fingers crossed.
continue.
Hey. Well,
No.
maybe not.
No.
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 Well, weekends maybe.
Weekends,
Yeah.
yes. But I reckon we should call it Marvelous May.
Marvelous May. That sounds good. I like
Yes,
Marvelous
definitely. Marvelous May.
Go with
We've
your
had
gut.
amazing April. And let's have a marvelous May. I think that'd be,
I
yeah.
think that's good.
I'm sure somebody else will come up and think of another word that's just as marvelous.
Just as marvelous as marvelous.
Marvelous as marvelous. I was hoping Jane might have put something in, but I think they've all melted away in the warm weather. So thank you, as always, to lovely Jane for helping out.
Thanks, Jane.
And don't forget, we see you back on Thursday evening in the shack with Barb, and then say Louise and I will be here on Friday at 10 and 2.
10 and 2.
So thanks for your company. Thanks, as always, lovely Louise.
Yes, thank
there we go.
you,
Look,
Paul.
lovely Louise.
Lovely Louise.
Lovely Louise.
Oh,
magnificent. Magnificent May. I like that. It's quite regal.
That is very
isn't
regal.
it? Yeah. Okay.
Marvelous, magnificent May.
Easy
Alliteration for you.
Yes. So enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're up to, and we will see you again very, very soon. Take care now.